You'd have to turn it around to do the wide shot, but, or even from the back shelf. Oh, sure. We'll get something. Yeah.
Our feet or whatever.
Okay. You'll have a lot of editing to do on this one, but
Okay.
all right. Hey Jabbers, welcome back to another episode. If you're tuning in on YouTube, you will see that Kari and I are finally together in person. This happens once a year when I'm in LA for a corporate event, but we're so excited. We're just hanging out. I'm having a glass of wine, and we're talking about how we have noticed that people are kind of craving in-person workshops more than digital courses, and that we've actually known, we've seen an announcement recently from a big digital creator that they are like canceling their course. And we want to talk about that today because we want to just chat about, is that the feeling that we're seeing? Why is it happening? And so on.
Should we, do you think if you're like, well, I'm just trying to think, like, should I have a mic? So it's like, yours is still picking me up, but it doesn't feel like we're passing it back and forth.
Okay,
Like
we can try.
pretending. I don't know.
And
But
we're
like
close.
maybe, yeah, I don't know. I just like,
Oh,
so.
US. Oh yeah, do you have a USB on that one? Hmm. Yeah. You can always re-record if needed.
Yeah, I think, well, well,
Right.
I think. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe like it's just like here, we're like, we're gonna be honest. We don't
Yeah.
have two mics today, so
Yeah.
we're sorry about it. Okay, courses. I think, I mean, I've purchased a lot of courses in the
You
past,
have.
but I wouldn't say I've necessarily completed all of them,
No,
which
no.
is really bad to admit, because some of them you spend quite a bit of money on. But I think it's like the self-paced, you have to be disciplined to like find the time, go through it and do it. Where if I'm at an in-person workshop or something, I feel like more motivated because you're with people.
Yeah.
You like get the energy and the vibes off of people and you're like real time learning.
Yeah.
Like you're dedicated to being there for like a day, right? Versus
You're
like
really listening.
I have a 12 module course that I need to like sit down and not only watch and like take notes, but then you have to go back and implement it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the hardest part. And in general, I think our attention span is so short
Yeah.
that 12 modules over 8 months or whatever it is, how are we supposed to do that? We get sidetracked so easily. And if you think about it, wedding pros, we only have a short window of time in our year where we sit down and learn something new or implement. Like after that, we're slammed.
Right.
So we needed to fit within 4 weeks, first of all. And yeah, I think in person, it forces us to be there, be present.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm also the type of person who like goes through all the modules and then goes back to implement sometimes because I'm like, I just want to like gather all the information, even though they're like, stop what you're doing right now and implement this module. And I'm like, I'm going to keep listening, which maybe is not the best course of action.
Well, but I think with courses,
that's how my brain works. Yeah.
And you can choose what's relevant to you.
Yeah.
So there is that pro about digital courses, like you could skip a few modules and be like, this doesn't apply to me. I don't need this. I'm going to, skip to this part that I
think it's harder for me to like listen and take it in and then like find a headspace to like work on whatever things are telling me to do.
Yeah.
They're like, create a fictitious person that is your ideal client. I'm like, okay, I want to do that later. Like, I need to be in a different headspace.
Yeah. And there's no accountability. I guess it depends on the digital course. Does the course come with a Facebook? Like a lot of them in the day came with a Facebook, like members only Facebook group, remember?
Yeah.
And you would go in there and you'd be like, hi, I'm so and so. Here's my business. And the course creator would chime in, or some of their admin, like their moderators. And that created a little bit of accountability without the heavy lifting for the course creator. But
that reminds me, because when I first started my business, I joined B School with my portfolio.
That was the original course.
But I signed up through, if anyone remembers her, she's like shut down her business and got off Instagram, Hillary Rushford.
Yeah.
So I joined through her, and it was like an affiliate link.
Yeah.
And then she connected us with like so we had like a group of people that we were like going through it with, and we would meet regularly. So it was like a little mini mastermind. And that's actually how I met Leah Weinberg. Yeah, from New York. She was a wedding planner at the time. But I'm just like, it's so funny to think back on, like, you kind of joined this mini mastermind as well, which actually did help me to go through the course. We or whatever, or multiple times a month, we'd like meet up to go through like what we learned and talk about it, which gives some accountability. But
I feel like you have to. And now, like back then, that was when courses were hot and people were doing them. Like you guys were sticking to it and actually implementing. What that was like, no, I'm thinking B School was the original.
It's like 2014, maybe. I did that.
And it was a big investment probably at the time, right? Do you feel like you got a lot out of it?
I think I did. I honestly thought about going back to it. Yeah. Like, I'm sure she's updated it a lot just to see like how to improve my business. But I do feel like I got a lot out of it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know if I finished all of it, which is really bad to say. But it might have been like I went through all of it, but I don't know if I implemented fully everything I learned.
Yeah, fair. But again, it was B School. It wasn't wedding planner specific.
Right. So it was like very like, it was a lot like covered like B2B or B2C. So you had to kind of navigate like what works for you as the wedding planner.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people had products that they were selling. It was like very different businesses too.
Right. Yeah. Did you like, how are you in a conference setting? Do you pay attention? Do you take notes, or are you actively listening, and then do you implement, or do you struggle with implementation?
I would say I'm actively listening. I do take notes. I don't know that I implement very well, because like you leave and then you're like, I'm so exhausted from this conference. Maybe like some things, but I don't know that I'm a great implementer. Close. I think I get like the energy from like, who did I connect with and meet with? And like feel inspired by speakers, but I don't know how much I'm going back. Well, are you that way?
I'm the same. I feel very inspired in the moment. Can't wait to transform my business, and then I don't do a damn thing. I also
Are we all just in the same boat of like,
which is
we're so inspired, and then
but like this is literally why I think people are craving more of these small pods, like in person, small groups. They're probably a higher ticket price, but you're getting more one-on-one. So like, for example, not to be a dead horse.
The abundance. I think she's going to say the abundance group, everybody.
Listen, the abundance group.
Call it the A group.
The A group.
The A group.
Well, here's what I like about it. Many things, but there are 30 of us in the group. It's not necessarily small. It's somewhat small.
Yeah.
We are all in a Voxer channel.
Okay.
But as a group. And so a lot of it is texting in that channel, not so much voice memos, because it's harder to listen to that many voice memos. Some of us have to read it throughout our day, but we get one-on-one access to our coach also. So we all have individual Voxer conversations with our coach, Ashley. And I will literally break down a single problem and we will talk about that problem. She'll answer me. We'll go back and forth. We'll come up with a solution. I'll implement. And that to me is very, very valuable because there is power in a community and a hive mind, but there's also many opinions that come in. And I sometimes don't want all of the opinions. I want to have a conversation with one person. Like you and I will do this with each other and we'll talk about things one-on-one. You just want a solution. I don't want to be in limbo anymore. I don't want to I don't need new ideas. I don't need any
10 different opinions.
Yes. I just want a solution to my problem and I want to implement it and check it off my list and be done. And I think like those types of masterminds and programs are coming at higher ticket points. But I do think there is a demand for them because like post-COVID, everyone and their mother sold a course. I sold a course. I made a lot of money on that course, but now I don't want to keep implementing it because
what made you stop though if you're making good money on it?
I wasn't passionate about it. Like, I mean, I created the course, I put in the work, I shared the content and I didn't want to keep updating it. Like it was about Pinterest and there are new updates and I would have had to I have to do launches. I don't want to do launches.
This is perfect. We just talked about this today with somebody, which you can go back to that episode and listen. But like finding what's right for you. Like a lot of people are launching courses, but it wasn't what you wanted to do.
You had done a print shop, which wasn't a course, but it was at the height of the digital selling.
My husband often brings this up because he's like, you were so passionate about it and you launched it and then you like were like, no, I don't want to do this.
Why was it?
I think I was like I think I was just nervous to like, I kind of put it out there a little bit, but I think he's mostly like, you didn't see any sales right away, so you were like, take it down. It's like it's done. No one wants it, and I think I just panicked a little bit and was like, I'm just going to stay in my lane with the wedding world.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But if we remember anything from Lonnie Peterson's conversation about diversifying your income, this is the time to do it. Don't dismiss. So if, for those of you who don't know, Kari's also a really talented photographer and, she had a print shop where you were selling like your photos and it's like more scenic photos, right? It's obviously not people's wedding galleries.
I do not want to photograph
other people's wedding galleries. You can buy their engagement ring photo. But I will say this in how we've talked about how the world everyone has gone so hard in the digital age that people are leaning back towards analog. I do think stuff like print shops will become really popular again because they want physical prints to put on their wall. Like we all have Facebook galleries of photos. We have so many photos on our phone that that never see the light of day, that we never print. So I don't know.
Maybe I'm trying to pivot my business. Maybe I'll bring it back.
Bring it back.
My husband will be like, okay, you're going to bring it back. You have to market it.
To do it. You have to give it a full year.
That's fair.
That's a full year.
What was I going to say about courses? Might need to be edited out.
I have some dog hair on the mic. Look at your nose.
Look at my nose.
I would take this off for you. That's the wine.
I mean, I think it's interesting how everyone was doing courses and now people are scaling back, but also there feels like a little distrust, right? Because everyone is like, take my course so then you can launch your course. And it's
very meta.
I feel like that's what Amy Porterfield's is about, right? It's about how to launch a digital course. And Gabby and I were talking about how she just closed down that side of her business, which is very interesting. But I think people are burnt out on like the sales of like a course to them. Right.
Because I think everyone I think we know has taken a course, right? And very few have finished it or implemented it and also I think there's been distrust, like you said, because some people who are not experts,
Yeah.
for lack of a better word, have sold things that are fast and furious and flashy, but are maybe not legit or true. And we've kind of been burned by courses, and like, you know, for $47, you can get this XYZ. And digital downloads, some of them are great.
Right.
Some of them are not so great. And it's, yeah, you're right, though. It's too much. It's been like sales on sales on sales.
I'm in an information overload. So I feel like there was one time it was like a bundle they were selling. And I literally got 20 different creator courses because I really just wanted this one, but it was like $97. And I was like, okay, it's cheaper than that actual course because it was part of the bundle. And I just was like, I'm not going to go through all of these courses. It was too much information for me to take in.
Yeah. I also don't remember any of my logins.
That's true. But also, I mean, I guess it's a great sales thing too, if you think about it, because most people are not going to ask for a refund because in order to get the refund, you have to show that you did the work typically.
Oh,
You know, and then prove that like it didn't work for you. And I'm like, no one,
really,
by the time anyone gets to it, the 30-day window has passed, right? So I'm like, these people are not giving refunds on $100 course that they just sold, which I mean, good for them, but
I mean, that's the thing. I'm so torn about it because on one end, it's a brilliant business model. If you think about how the average person sees something like $97, there's always a seven at the end.
Oh yeah.
$97, I get this whole bundle. It seems like a great deal, blah, blah, blah. And they don't implement it. It becomes overwhelming, but they're never going to go back and get a refund.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it was $97.
Yeah, it's 97. Exactly.
Yeah.
This course creator makes a ton of money. I mean, so many people crushed it. And I'm not saying they're all bad. Some of them are really good and people put their heart and soul into these courses. But it's overwhelming as an outsider being like, how do I know which one's right for me? What if these two are controversial? Like they're saying the opposite to each other.
Right.
Which one's right?
Yeah. That's a great point.
What do I pursue? And I guess there's maybe no right answer. But I do think with having COVID and having us all be at home and doing courses, there's this like complete flip right now of people wanting to get together in person.
Because you like want to ask the questions live, you want immediate responses. And I do think going to something in person, I'm more likely to like implement that information.
Yeah.
It's a different style of learning, right?
Yeah.
Like some people are better learning in person than they are on a course and having to like listen to someone.
That's true.
Say everything.
Now, I will say that larger conferences, I do feel like sometimes the speakers could offer just fluff during their presentation, which leads you wanting more. And what I'm more interested now, like my mastermind, is these smaller one-on-one, get your hands dirty, higher price. It's going to be a higher price point, no matter what.
Yeah.
But I do think with the higher price point, it makes you think, it makes you do the work more because you're like, I'm paying a lot more to do this. But a conference, I think its purpose is to be inspirational, maybe some networking, right? But the topics are going to be a little more superficial.
Yeah.
And that speaker is going to be selling you into their program. That's just how it is. And we don't blame them for it. Right. That's their way.
They're not giving away all their secrets.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the top of their funnel.
Yeah.
So I think you kind of got to pick how you want to go about.
Well, if anything, you're selling us on a smaller group of people.
Might I mention
to be the abundance group?
But it could be.
But it could be.
There are 20. She does a max of 50 people, and so there are 20 spots left.
Oh, nice.
We can link it in the description. Yeah. But yeah, I like the structure of it. So I will say this about them. There are 3 this year in 2026. There are 3 in-person retreats that are included in your membership. You fly, you pay for your flight and your accommodations, but it's a 2-day retreat. And we have learned, but we have also implemented. That was our feedback from the first retreat, is said we love the information, but we need to implement because that's what we need to do. And then the rest of the year you do like the one-on-one Voxer
Okay.
with the coach, or you do participate in the group Voxer, which you learn from your peers no matter what.
Totally. And I think having access to someone like that is a huge help because
Yeah.
you just like directly ask her questions to solve a problem. Yeah.
It's like your own chat GPT,
Yeah.
but
A real human.
a real human. Okay, so let's talk about that too, because I think going into just the sake of human connection, like we are going into a very overly digital route with AI, but it always turns people the other way too. But we need human connection.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like I did a mastermind years ago. A friend was doing like it was for like grad school, and he was like had to do this, like create a mastermind of people, and he was leading it. And I actually like we had to like think of an idea and like go through every stage and implement it. And it was felt very like accomplished, right? Because I'm like, I never would have actually implemented this idea and tested it. But I loved having that in-person connection just to like bounce ideas off people. And also it pressured me to get stuff done because I'm like, we're meeting next week and I have to have these goals accomplished or whatever I said I was going to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean I use Chat GPT a lot, but like you said, they're just really a hype person for you.
Yeah, chat will never tell you you're wrong.
Right.
So you have to be careful, which is nice.
It is funny because I watched this person be like, you need to train your Chat GPT to be like, I want you to be like ruthless with me and like be very honest, which I don't know if it actually works. But then like telling you if an idea is bad and if you should like pivot a different direction. But also like how far do you want to lean into like a robot really giving you the best advice?
But people are.
I know.
But I mean, I sometimes I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm crushing it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm moving forward with this idea.
Thank you for this new business model that will make a lot of money in.
Yeah. No, but I mean, yeah, people are turning to chat as their community. And yeah, it's interesting. So it's almost like,
which is why we created this podcast so that people find community versus you interacting with your chat GPT.
Yeah. But it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. I bet half the people are going to say, I'm so sick of digital worlds. I want only in-person stuff. Yeah. And some people are going to be like, let's go for the robots. Yeah. Like, and it's going to just be interesting. There will always be both. And, but I'm just finding in our wedding industry from our peers that I'm seeing, people are signing up for more conferences. They're sharing about like there's one, so Kayla Madden, so who we interviewed. Oh,
well, we're gonna pause.
Good, it did just pause. It didn't fully end it until we get a nod. This just in, everybody. We have received a call from the hotel lobby where we're going to receive an amenity, but we don't know what it is yet. So stay tuned if you're watching on YouTube because
expectations are low just in case.
Yes. But we don't know. And we don't know why.
It's an hour massage.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Hopefully two.
Hopefully two. Yes.
Anyway, back to courses. We will let you know what the amenity is. Yeah. I mean, all this to say, I think courses ran their course. No. I don't think they're going away, but I do think it's a great business model, but I think people want in-person connections. Yeah. I think they want immediate results or like information so that they can implement and like feel more disciplined. Because I think, like you said, our attention spans are so short. It is hard to sit down and be like, I'm going to follow a 12 module course, even though I have lifetime access to it. But like the discipline of going back to it and finding the time to sit down and be like, I need to listen to this. Yeah. Yeah. And the accountability, the community, like we were deprived of that for a few years during COVID. And I think like that's so important to the human nature that we are finding ourselves wanting to spend more on that. And like, you're right with the immediate
immediate results in the fact that we can make a decision
Mhm.
be like, okay, great, let's talk about this right now. Let's
Yeah.
make a decision. Let's implement it. Done. Like,
Yeah.
let it check it off the list.
Yep.
Like, that feels so good
Mhm.
to get that
Yeah.
situated or come up with, like, okay, we're going to work on your mission statement
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Let's do it. We're going to write it.
And having like other minds in a room that can give feedback and give answers or clarity to stuff is
Yeah.
a huge bonus that you're not getting in a course.
Yeah. And I do know a lot of like masterminds and stuff do hot seats. And so
Okay.
sometimes you just can be in the hot seat
Yeah.
and say, great, here are the issues or here are the things that I'm working on.
Mhm.
I would love everyone's input because
Yeah.
there is a time and place to get multiple different
Right.
versions and you can choose what feels best for
Yeah.
you or the path you want to take. And I
That
like
might
that.
make me more confused. I'd be like, I don't know.
I don't
Three
know
people
what
said different things.
yeah, but sometimes it's just different perspective, and you can be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I didn't think of that
Right.
way,
Yeah.
but that would actually make sense
Mhm.
for me." So, yeah,
I'll
uh,
have to say, join the abundance group.
join the abundance group and come with me, and I'll share all my secrets and all my struggles.
Is the abundance group wedding planners or is it wedding pros?
Wedding pros
Okay.
and creatives, because actually there is a web designer in there,
Oh,
but that tends to work with wedding pros a
got it.
lot, but she not necessarily, a day of wedding
Sure.
pro. But there's a lot of planners, florists, DJ. Um, yeah, I think that like
Love it.
yeah. Anyway, I can't speak highly enough. As you guys know, I talk about it all the time, but it's helped me so much make
Yeah.
like concrete
That's great.
decisions, and I'm not just floating in space
Right.
with a million
Right.
decisions.
Helping your shiny object
It
syndrome.
is. It's healed it greatly.
Sealed it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, buy that course if you want to buy the course. If not, join the mastermind.
By Kari's prints on her print shop.
Yes, when I get those launched again. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't have any other thoughts, I guess.
Yeah.
This
Well,
was a random thought mini episode for
yeah.
you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, just like kind of hot topics that are happening right now
Yeah.
in the industry as we're seeing like changes. And it kind of I think it stemmed from the fact that Amy Porterfield closed down her
Yeah.
digital course.
Mhm.
Jenna Kutcher quit her podcast
Yeah.
for now. And those are big creators that are leaving, not leaving money on the table, but kind of they're
Yeah.
quitting, but because they're focusing on different priorities. And for Jenna, it was really that she was to spend more time with her family
Right.
and
But I'm
be
like,
present.
she's still, I think her income is still generating from courses. Like hers is like
Oh,
Pinterest
interesting.
course, her podcast lab. Like I've seen her do launches for those recently.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of like Pinterest course ads. So like she's still selling her courses.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know.
I
It's
wonder
interesting.
if she updates those though, because
I know I should actually go look because I'm in two of them.
oh yeah, go
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
I'm really curious because again, I did a Pinterest course,
Mhm.
and the only people who have access to it right now are the people who have purchased it before it's evergreen, or people that are in my YouTube channel mastermind.
Mm.
I've uploaded the videos to
Okay.
the course there, and they have access. But I don't go in and post anything new. Granted, there
It's
haven't
like you
been
haven't updated it.
I haven't updated it since 2022, maybe.
Okay.
The content's still accurate.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
overall strategy is still very much accurate. There may be a few tweaks, and usually what it is the app has just changed the look.
Yeah.
Like the look has
Yeah,
changed
yeah.
a little bit, but essentially it's still the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wonder.
Interesting times.
Interesting.
Times. We love the word interesting.
Yeah, we do. Well,
All right, jabbers. Well, we will be back with more mini episodes, hot takes, and lots of thoughts. If you don't
always.
like it, I'm sorry.
Bye.